What did he just wander into? Dan in mind. So Jaekyung is into guys? He was shocked. Now, well, that's not even the point. How's he just walk in there in the middle of... He should have rushed over so quick. What will he do? Jaekyung spotted him. He called him to come inside. That was so awkward in his part. Who the hell is that? So this is how you're gonna play it. You think screwing some other dude will be enough for you to forget me? He asked. You make it sound like we were actually dating. You're just a au revoir, he said. The guy was so flustered. In the end, the guy leaves from his house, wishing him to be kicked his tomorrow. Enable for him to win his fight, he needs to do that with a guy before the match. That's his habits. Jaekyung was so angry and slammed him right on the wall. He was scared of what's happening. He threatened him. If ever he loses his match tomorrow, he will find and kill him. The guy didn't say anything but to cry. He leads him to his room, where the room is so messy. He couldn't believe. These are definitely traces of that kind of thing. He really does all this the night before a match. Never mind. All he have to do is to do his job. That's all. Today's session will be similar to what we did last time. Since you have a match tomorrow, I feel like something relaxing will be best. It's getting quite late too, so I'll be using some scents that should help you with your sleep. He said, well, look at that lustful look of him. He asked if he feels discomfort anywhere after their last session. No, he said. He requested him to get into the bed for him to start his duty. While he was doing it, he couldn't overthink about what he witnessed a while ago with those stuffed around. He started the conversation, since he heard the fact that he always have that thing with a man on the night before a match. He opened the topic if he finds it strange. He barely have enough time to train, but here he is, like some sort of rutting animal, paying men for that thing. He asked if what he gonna do to make it. He was speechless. To think that he have that jinx. No matter what happens, he really need to have that thing the night before a match. It doesn't matter who the partner is, but he needs to be very satisfied for him to win. He could say it's his routine, but it's very important for him. He finds it very challenging. He wondered why he shared all of these to him. It looks like you still don't get it, he said, while grabbing his hand at the same time. What does he think that on the crucial night before a big match he'd go to the trouble of kicking out the man he was already screwed and ask him to come over? Who the HL spends $5,000 on physical therapy in the middle of the night? He was shocked and panicked. He was just here to treat him as his physical therapy. He wasn't there to do that kind of thing. He was mad. He'll pretend. He didn't hear any of it, he said. My physical therapy, he asked. So I guess you need not that $5,000 after all, he added. He was at freeze $5,000, that's a hug money, enough to spend medical needs for his grandmother for a month. If he don't need it, he can get out too. He need not ask some massage, all he needs is that thing. What? He gets out from the building, thinking that he was planning it all along. It was a bit sketchy, but the thought of all that cash just took over. How stupid can he possibly be? Thinking to have that thing with him, but he never done it before. He remembered what happened in the past, but $5,000 is too much to just turn down and walk away. Those loan shaharks a balance on his bank account. What is he going to do? He have decided just this once. If he can get through just this once, you have to keep your promise, the $5,000, he said. You really have to give it to me. Well, look at that looks. Of course, he said.